Scientists have started building living things from nothing but chemicals. No parent organism, no ancestor, just raw ingredients assembled by hand into something that behaves like life. Welcome to synthetic biology, a field where researchers don't just study life, they redesign it, rewrite it, and increasingly, they attempt to build it entirely from scratch. For most of history, every living cell came from another living cell. Life only ever came from previous life. That unbroken chain felt absolutely unbreakable. But synthetic biologists asked a daring question. What if we could assemble a functioning cell using only non-living chemical parts, carefully put together in a lab? Just this July, researchers at the University of Minnesota announced exactly that. A synthetic cell they named SpudCell, built from non-living components. Remarkably, this system could grow, copy its own DNA, and then divide, performing three of the most fundamental behaviors we associate with living things. Even more surprising was its genome size. It ran on just 90 kilobase pairs, far less genetic material than scientists previously believed a working cell would require. To put that in perspective, the human genome contains around 3 million kilobase pairs. This tiny synthetic system hints that basic life needs far less code than expected. But here's the honest, crucial detail. The researchers themselves refuse to call SpudCell truly alive because it cannot keep reproducing across many generations. And without ongoing reproduction, it cannot evolve. The work is also a preprint, meaning it hasn't yet passed formal peer review by the wider scientific community. This builds on years of groundwork. Back in 2016, the Venter Institute created a minimal bacterial cell stripped down to just 473 essential genes. That earlier cell still borrowed heavily from natural biology. What's shifting now is the dream of designing genomes from the ground up, almost like writing software. Imagine that. Engineers rewriting the code of life itself, programming cells to produce medicines, capture carbon, break down plastic, or manufacture materials that don't yet exist. Some scientists are even discussing an audacious long-term goal, writing a synthetic human genome from its basic building blocks, though that remains enormously far away. Of course, building new life forms raises profound questions. Who controls this technology? How do we contain it safely? And where exactly should we draw the ethical line? These aren't distant hypotheticals anymore. The tools are advancing rapidly, and the conversations about safety and ethics genuinely need to happen right now, alongside the science. Because synthetic biology isn't just reading the book of life anymore. For the first time, we're slowly, carefully learning how to write brand new pages. So here's my question for you. Does building life from scratch feel like humanity's greatest achievement, or a line we shouldn't cross? Tell me honestly below. And if the frontier where biology meets engineering fascinates you as much as it fascinates me, subscribe, because this story is only just beginning.